Hey, what's going on, guys? Hood here. Kind of starting this video off at an interesting point in my day here, but I thought that this might be the opportunity that I've been looking for to start making some 20th Fresh content. Let me go ahead and just take this lo-fi Nintendo 64 edition down a little bit. So, like many of you guys, I've really been enjoying 20th Fresh. I, for better or for worse, just can't get enough of Classic WoW, and this time around it's been a lot of fun. Right now, you're taking a look at me pilot my warrior, Hoodrick. This is the third edition of Hoodrick. Originally, Hoodrick was a character made for a season of Mastery. Oh, sorry, guys, we have an existential threat. While Season of Mastery was not really what we had all wanted it to be, still had a lot of fun. Just go ahead and get ready for this, guys. See if we can go and predict a blink here. Let me swap back into Battle Stand so we can get the charge off for sure. See what we got here. Easy money. Okay, you got the charge off. That's okay. We didn't get the hamstring. He's going to try to grenade it, and we failed to dodge. Get the poly. Okay, so we're down a little bit, but mage low mana. It's probably going to fuck off. Let's see. Okay, he's gone. Okay, where was I? Here's the other guy that we're actually camping right now. So yeah, been really enjoying this edition of Hoodrick. I enjoy playing Classic Warrior a lot, even though it's very expensive, and this class seems to kind of struggle to do anything except raid. But as I spend more time in the open world, PvPing is getting a lot more fun. Speaking of PvPing, it is January 31st right now, and we are, I think, in week 3 of the honor grind. According to Ranker here, we're 9.1 start of the week. We could cap out at 11 flat with a total of like 418,000 honor. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to get 10 this week, 45k more. I've just been burnt out of doing so much AV. Why did I turn the recording on here? What are we doing in Plaguelands? As I'm sure you guys know, or maybe you don't, depending on, like, I guess how close you are to auction housing, elemental or essence of water, one of the most expensive kind of precursor ingredients in the whole game right now. Going into a lot of high-end craftables, some very expensive enchants, I believe. But historically, guys, these essences have just been camped to death, not only by bots, but also just by like the player base at large. Like with how difficult bots have made, just like grinding gold out and like making good money consistently. It's really put the press on the player base to find creative ways to make money, or just like fade into RMTing. It's not really something I'm interested in doing. So I have decided that we are going to come to EPL and we're going to give the bots a run for their money today, as I have the suspicion that a lot of players who would normally be competing with these bots are in Alterac Valley at the moment, which makes perfect sense. There's a really good reason for that. There's really, really great gear in there, and that's just like an essential piece of character progression. So I can understand making the decision that, the honor and the future gear is more important than money. But being as though I'm kind of close to the end of my honor grind for the week, I thought we'd come out here and just kind of give it a go. It's been a really good opportunity for me also to just continue PvPing kind of as people come up. As you guys can see here, I don't have my my consistent or like my typical PvP set on. No two-hander. We're just going with the PvE setup, but that's totally fine. As the rage generation, I find, is really, really consistent, and outside of like mages, maybe they get the jump on us. We have pretty favorable matchups into most classes. Which is it's like a really great thing. I think in 20th edition, like raiding is like, at least in Molten Core, right, guys? Like, it's so simple, super duper easy to like just like kind of steamroll through content, and like we have like this really great gear, um, and I feel like maybe we don't really have as many awesome opportunities to use it. Obviously, like in Alterac Valley PvP, like if you have great sets and great weapons, you're gonna have a better chance of maybe pulling off a one-on-one, or maybe if you're in a good spot, maybe a 2v1. But out here in the open world, I gotta tell you, when you have great raid gear and you're fighting against bots or lower levels that are trying to contest for your tags, you feel like a superhero. But clearly, this guy right here, Candy Agaf, this very clear bot. I have been in a basically like a 2-day fight with. I've reported this bot, I think 3 different times now. No corrective action has been taken, so I think we're going to use Blackwood Lake here as a little case study into how responsive Blizzard's bot banning software is, or how seriously they're taking this. Because if I'm reporting this guy twice a day, and I'm going to keep coming back to Blackwood here, if he's still here, in a couple of days, we'll know that either there is no bot banning currently going on, or maybe I'm just particularly unlucky. Been out here for about 25 minutes, I think, in total today. Only gotten 1 essence of water so far, but we got like 8 yesterday, so really trying to keep this ball rolling here. Thought I'd also, kind of as we kind of press on eternally, killing these blighted horrors, talk a little bit about... Oh, a little elemental water there, not bad. That'll be worth something in early phase 5. We should probably make an auction house position on those. Make a note of that. We are, as a member of Ironforged, we're an RP focused guild here on Nightslayer. We definitely have raid teams, and we do PvP and PvE as well. We're not like purely roleplay, but I've been interested kind of as phase 2. They're sort of like the doldrums kind of that we're in right now, where we have Molten Core on like 1 hour to sort of 75-minute farm. We're doing AV to get all of our gear. There's a lot of, I think, downtime that's going to be coming as soon as the ranking grind is over, and for most people that's going to be start of next week. So I'd be curious if you guys watching this are interested in like maybe a video series. It's almost kind of like a role-play saga, or like maybe that's kind of a weird way of putting it, but like a series of videos surrounding like the adventures of the Dwarves of Ironforged, the kind of classic adventures that we get into. Maybe even like some narrative stuff, like a mini-series. That could be super dope. And literally, I just threw on my NVIDIA capture and decided to take off today. But I thought I might also just kind of use this series as a diary of this tune, this character. Turn some combat sounds on for a minute or two.
I'm out of range. Rage.
My tune is always telling me, not enough rage, Hendrik. Not enough rage.
Do that. Enough.
That's how I talk to myself at the office, too. Come on, baby. Now, noted on Wowhead, the drop rate for these Essence of Waters, which is really what we're doing here. That's the go get you ticket item. It says it's about 4%. I don't think it's quite that bad. I think the drop rate is probably more likely to be closer to 10. But we'll have more data on that soon. And just like that, fellas, there it is. We talk about it and we summon the essence. That's plus 40 gold right there. Um, Remember, I am doing nothing special here. Um, oh, see, sometimes you summon enemies when you succeed. Let's see. Let's see what Dots here wants to do. Okay, we're gonna go and tactically retreat here, unless we're just dead. Yeah, probably dead here. That's fine though, because we got the essence. Yeah, this happens. Now, if I remember correctly, this guy right here, Dots, DAUGHGHTZ, and a mage named Sophian were here last night, and they were the guys that actually kind of got me to get off, because I was probably here for 2 hours, and I've been camping that hunter we were talking about, the one I'd reported, and then it seemed like these two, this mage and this warlock, Dots that we just saw, kind of showed up as like a hit squad. And it was strange because, you know, they didn't seem like obvious bots, so maybe they were just kind of trying to take over the spot, but it really kind of seemed like they came to like almost defend the hunter that I've been killing here. Okay. So we got a frost mage over there in the cuts. We got to be careful here. No free farm lasts forever. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy here and just try to keep our head on our shoulders. Okay, so there's the hunter over there. We really want to make sure that we can just take this. We'll deal with him in a second. Again, guys, like I've killed this guy like what seems like 100 times in the last 2 days. 4 reports, nothing. He's still here. Honestly, like the more I think about it, like as long as like there's still honor to be had, maybe it's like in my best interest to not even report him. You know, just keep him as a sort of like a descending 180 honor per kill. It's like 180, 160, 140. I think he might be dry now, but let's go ahead and take a look, see what else we can get. Once he's not worth anything anymore, you know, we're still gonna have to get rid of him as he's an existential threat for whether or not we're gonna max honor. Okay, yeah, he's zeroed out now, so that's not really worth. Okay, so where were we? Gold farming, utilizing your character. So like, I think I'll like a little story about kind of where I was hoping to go with Hoodrick and like kind of where he's at right now. What I'm hoping for him. I never really played, or I guess it's not true. I played Fury Warrior in Season of Mastery. I played it in Burning Crusade. I played a little bit of it in Classic. This is my first time like really trying to like sweat it out, like learn the details about what makes Fury so strong, and you know how you can go from being kind of a decent PvPer to a good one, playing arms and with dual spec. That's been possible. So a lot of learning I've had on this character. You know, primarily I've been a mage main for most of my classic career. I also really enjoy playing Feral Druid, but this is the first time I ever really kind of full committed to being a brown bar, and it's been a lot of fun. Starting out, really good buddy of mine in our guild, Nihilator. Talk to him almost every day online. Lives not too far away from me as well. Hooked me up with a real piece of dwarven treasure, which was the expert gold miner's helmet. And for us in our guild, that's not just a kind of a mini edge masters. It's also like RP bis for the whole game. Our guild leader Frugo also wears one. And I rocked Riven Spike, which is a lower Blackrock Spire Axe drop that applies an additional kind of Sunder Armor effect. And then my offhand, I had Bone Slicing Hatchet out of Stratholme. Stratholme Undead. really enjoyed that setup, but the issue with kind of the the landscape of axes in Classic is just that they're, as Frugo pointed out to me a little while ago, there just aren't any axes in Classic, which is of course like a little bit of hyperbole, but what he was trying to say was that like outside of kind of Deathbringer, Krulsharuk, and Doom's Edge, which is like a just a BOE drop that you get in Blackwing Lair. And there's some stuff, of course, that you get in AQ and beyond, but like relative to the amount of swords, the amount of daggers, it really feels like there just aren't really a great number of axes. And I was taking a look at our raid composition, and Sully and Beardicade, as well as a couple other guys, are axe focused right now. And I got kind of called up to do some off tanking and maybe even some main tanking in the future. And I was taking a look at the setup, and I was like, you know what? I think it might be time to put this gold miner's helmet in the bank for now, and work on rage generation. So Niles' present to me is still sitting in the bank. That gold miner's helmet, and I'd love to put that on for a video. I think it looks so cool. And as we pursue just kind of daggers for now, and the reason I brought this up is that last week we had an interesting decision as I kind of sit on the kind of melee physical DPS loot councils. We were trying to figure out what to do with some of our loot for the week. We had double ACLG drop, 2 H-core leather gloves, and at first, like it kind of made sense that if you had a dagger focused off tank, that ACLG probably wasn't a terrible item to maybe like the second copy to give to tanking, just so that we had maximum hit, less glancing blows, more threat generation. Never necessarily a bad thing. But then it was kind of brought up like, like just go get edgies. Like like the rogues, and this was such a dumb thing. Like, of course, like the rogues can't wear edge masters, but you can. Frugo was nice enough to offer me the edgies at cost, kind of get the money back to him whenever I could. And it's funny, kind of that's how this whole farm started. I was like, all right, I should probably pay my guildmaster back. So headed out here, and it's worked out so far. So yeah, we're on daggers for now, but the great thing about edgies, right, is that like you're truly the doors are wide open. I guess you can't play maces. Not really sure you'd want to, but I guess no iron foe here. Yeah, man, if axes come our way and I end up pivoting back to more of a main DPS, then we got the edges for that. If we find Purds or CHTs and somehow all of the rogues are full on those, like I can pick up daggers. But if we see brute blades that don't go to rogues, none of these things are going to happen. I'm going to end up with the PvP weapons. I'm literally coping right now. Basically, these gloves mean that once I hit rank 14 in the future, with the ranking system being a lot easier to climb now, love this guy, I can just go to the honor hall and grab whatever pair of Grand Marshal weapons I want. So, and you get to rock the cool aesthetic of the edges, like the blue with the blue. As the farm continues. This might even, like, as I think now, just kind of be the video format where I just, like, sit down and start playing World of Warcraft and just talk to myself. It's either, like, completely insufferable or decent content. I can't tell. That's something that you guys are going to have to tell me, so. And don't hold back, either. If it's like, shut up, till I hear your voice in raid enough as it is. Stop telling me to stack Under Armor and keep True Shot Aura up. That's fine. I will continue to tell you to do that, though. Essence of water! Ah! I am tripping, though, guys, that, like, I just have this farm. You know, like we did some fighting. Okay, you know what? This probably wasn't necessary. Okay, he's gonna leave. As soon as I charged, I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you just, like, PvPing when you don't have to? This farm is worth it. Yeah, like, this is juicy, boys. I know that you've only seen me get one essence of water, but I promise I've looted 4 other ones today. Like the boy who cried wolf, like, best gold farm ever. Can't find gold. This fucking guy. I guess, like, as an addendum to... Oh, what the... What the... Where did this guy come from? He was, like, underneath the water elemental. The water elemental, like, spawned a frost mage. That was crazy. Oh. That was worth 127 honor. That's legit. Dude, I'm telling you. It's not just money we're making out here. Stacking HKs. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Moving on. What else? So, like, there's okay. The last thing I thought might maybe good to get into would be talking about like money and income from other ways. Like, I know this game is so solved, but like it's so cozy. Like I feel like it's always worth kind of going over like what you're doing for cash at a given time, how you're paying for those raid mats, or trying to become a Phase 5 TBC good gillionaire, if that's a part of it. I'd pan over to my second screen right now, but I'm not exactly sure how this NVIDIA software does that. I'm pretty new to this. I do have 2 accounts, and my second account is currently the kind of... We're building out the framework anyway for an army of level 35 professionals. And of course, the reason for that is that I forgot to take the hamstring off here. Cooldowns are one of the easiest ways to, like create passive gold, and be able to be kind of, financially independent without having to put a ton of sweat equity into, farming gold, like doing this. Not to say that, like, I don't enjoy coming out here and just, like, smacking stuff for a couple of hours, but that's, like, you need to kind of be in a certain headspace for that, and kind of done at a quiet time of the day when maybe there's not as much going on, so you feel like it's a good use of time. Or, in particular, it's a quiet part of the day where there aren't that many players online, so it makes sense to come out here and smack stuff. So I currently have 2 level 35 alts. That's Hoodrich and Hoodski, priest and a mage, and they're both alchemists and tailors, so they're making mooncloth and arcanite bars. And I'm currently working on my third, which is Hoodzi. Hoodzi is a druid, and we don't really know whether or not we're ever going to even play these tunes. Maybe we will. They could be, that's kind of the double benefit of having them is like. Maybe we'll actually end up playing them at TBC or in the future. But my current, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of money on this tune, and that's because all of my money that I'm making here outside of raid consume is being funneled into boosts for them. So, like at level 10, I will take one of my tunes and run them through Dead Mines on Hoodrick until they're like level 18 or 19, maybe 20. And then at level 20, I move them to Stockades, where they live for about 9 levels until 29. And then at 29, I move them to Scarlet Monastery, Cath, and Armory boosts. I would say that the full cost of getting a tune to level 35, when you factor boosting in, is probably about 250 gold. If you're boosting them, if you're not paying for boosts from 10 to 19, because remember I said that I'm handling these I'm handling the early levels myself just with my warrior, because Dead Mines is a pretty good value run for low levels. Of course, like that's going to involve having more real money spend on accounts, but I think that that's a positive way to be a player that contributes to the economy while not RMTing and also supporting a game that we love. So it might sound kind of sweaty to have two accounts and a billable of probably north of $30 to Blizzard every month, but we're definitely getting our money's worth as far as I'm concerned. Maybe you're not. I know I am. They should be paying me, frankly. But yeah, if if you're interested in passive money making and you have downtime at work to have your tunes sit in boosting chambers, pretty good way to make some money. And of course, it's big. It's an investment thing. If you're planning on quitting in phase 4, really not the kind of thing that's probably going to be profitable for you, because you're going to spend 300 gold setting it up, and it takes, I guess, for me probably so you get maybe 50 gold a week from the Arcanite, 20 gold from the Mooncloth. So we'll call that like 35 and a half. So it's going to take you about a month to recoup your investment on a single tune until they're just printing money for you. About 300 gold a month. So it's really not that much, but it is free once you set it up. And again, you can bear in mind or consider that these could be tunes that you decide to play in TBC or just in the near future. Oh boy. Oh, we hell yeah with the interruption on the chain lightning. We're gaming. We're gaming on this guy. I'm gaming. Oh, you're so. Oh, you're cooked, bro. Oh shit. Oh no. God, he's a shaman. No. Let's go. Let's go. Execute proc. Big damage, dude. Oh, self-res. Hex self-res.